If you have a full-size truck and you want real bass without doing a seat lift, then this video is for you. As you already know, there's very limited space underneath the rear of most full-size pickups. That usually means you're stuck running shallow subwoofers. And the problem is, good shallow woofers are not cheap. So if you're looking for a shallow sub that actually sounds good, plays low, and doesn't destroy your wallet, then stick around. Hey, what's up? Josh here from Breaker Stereo and Performance. Welcome to the channel that reviews all the best in car audio, performance, suspension, and more. Because we don't drive stock. And if you're like us, where stock just doesn't cut it, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Now, there's a lot of companies out there making shallow woofers that work well in sealed enclosures. But when we start talking about big name brands like JL Audio and Alpine, prices climb fast. To put it in perspective, the JL Audio Shallow 12 comes in at $569. And the Alpine Shallow 12, a whopping $799 each. No doubt those subs sound good. They do a great job of playing lows without sacrificing sound quality. But let's be honest, they come at a premium. And on the flip side, cheaper shallow subs usually cut corners. You lose low end extension and sound quality suffers. And they just don't hit the way you want. That's why today we're looking at the Audio Dynamics 2500 series shallow subwoofers, available in 10 and 12. Now these subs bring a lot to the table. They're musical, they play deep, and most importantly, they are affordable. Prices coming in at $249 for a 10 and $279 for a 12. Now, if you check out Audio Dynamics website, you'll see a few reviews from real customers and other shops saying that these are some of the best pound for pound shallow subwoofers on the market. One reviewer even claimed they outperformed the JL Audio 10TW3, which is a bold statement. And according to Audio Dynamics, these are their most popular subwoofers for good reason. Okay, so let's talk about the specs, starting with the 10s. Now the optimal power range is 300 watts to 600 watts RMS, and the peak power is 1200 watts. Now they come in either a dual 2 or dual 4 ohm, and they have a very large 2.5-inch copper voice coil. And that explains the power handling. You have a 160 ounce magnet, and these woofers have a plus minus 10 millimeter X-Max. You have the double high current tinsel leads and a progressive compliant spider. Now the mounting depth is only 3.86 and the resonant frequency response is 38.66 Hertz. Now the SPL at 1 watt 1 meter is 83.8 dB, and these work in a sealed box between 0.5 cubic feet and 0.6 cubic feet. Now another thing that makes these woofers unique is they'll also play in ported enclosures. And on the 10s you can go from 0.6 up to 1.5 cubic feet per driver. So that gives you more options because most shallow subwoofers are not recommended for ported at all. Now let's look at the 12-inch. Now the features and the power handling stay exactly the same, but with the 12s, here's what changes. The resonant frequency is 33.5 Hertz, and the mounting depth is 4.33 inches. Recommended sealed volume is from 0.75 up to 1 cubic foot per driver. And on the ported side, it's from 1.5 to 3 cubic foot per driver. That's enough for the specs. Let's go ahead and head to the garage and listen to these in a real truck. Now we're going to be running these in a 2017 Crew Cab Silverado powered by an 1100 watt amplifier. And since these woofers don't require a lot of airspace, there's plenty of room to run a set of 12s. So we'll be taking a listen to a set of 12s in both a sealed and a ported enclosure. Okay, let's go check it out. All right, so we're gonna try it two ways. We're gonna try it with it ported and we're gonna try it with it sealed. So first we're gonna try it with it sealed. So let's go ahead and check that out real quick. And I have the SPL meter out here to see how loud it can get. Okay, let's check it out. Slide my Rolls-Royce through the hood, that shit look good like right on. Get your arms and learn your hair done when you want from now on. Tell the police I don't do nothing, I've been selling these songs. Ain't put no cap inside my rap, ain't too much beating you on. All right, so we hit 130.2 and the bass sounds really, really deep and it does sound pretty good. That's in the sealed enclosure. So, but this song has like really deep bass. We're gonna check out a couple songs and we're just gonna kind of see also the sound quality as well. Okay, so let's stay with this song and then we're gonna do ported, okay? Slide my Rolls-Royce through the hood, that shit look good like right on. Get your arms and learn your hair done when you want from now on. Tell the police I don't do nothing, I've been selling these songs. Ain't put no cap inside my rap, ain't too much beating you on. All right, so we got 131, so a little bit louder on the ported. Definitely could feel that bass. As I suspect that these are gonna sound good if you like really deep bass, a ported enclosure might be the way to go. If you want something more all around, I would probably recommend doing a seal. But we haven't even done that yet, but that's just gonna be my guess. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a listen to some different songs. And we'll start with seal, and then we'll move our way to ported. Okay, so that was a seal box, pretty accurate, and it still hit pretty hard. So I'm loving the way they sound in the seal box. So let's go ahead and try the ported and see how it responds. Okay, so as I expected, the seal box definitely sounds musically better. Ported box is a little slow, so those drum beats that are much quicker, it's off a little bit, so you can definitely tell. So if you want a more all-around sound with deep bass and that's accurate, definitely do sealed. If you're looking for just pure volume SPL, then go ahead and do ported. But what makes these woofers special, right, is that you can actually put them in a ported box. A shallow woofer in a ported box, in a box that small, still sounds very, very deep. Not quite as musical, but you have that option. Okay, let's head back inside and let's finish this up. Okay, pros and cons. Starting with the excellent price. Also, strong output, solid power handling, and great sound quality. Now these have an impressive low frequency reproduction, which I really love. And cons, not much here besides limited distribution. Now you can only purchase these through authorized audio dynamic dealers. Okay, here's the final verdict. I'm giving these woofers a full 5-star review. We install lots of shallow subwoofers here at Breakers, everything from budget all the way up to high-end builds. And most shallow subs fall into the one of the two categories I talked about earlier. Either they're really cheap and disappointing, or they sound great but insanely expensive. Now these Audio Dynamics 2500 series subs hit that rare middle ground, and honestly, that's why we like them so much. They don't sound like shallow subs, they sound like a real subwoofer that just so happens to fit underneath the seat of full-size trucks. Here's a big thing for me. They take power well. Now we're running these on an 1100 watt amplifier in that crew cab Silverado, and they don't complain. They don't bottom out early, and they don't fall apart when you turn them up. That tells me that the motor, suspension, and the voice coil were actually designed to work, not just to look good on a spec sheet. Now can a JL or Alpine sound amazing? Absolutely, but at double or triple the price, they should. For someone who wants strong, clean bass with no seat lift and real value, these make a lot of sense. If you're interested in these subs, we're gonna leave links in the description below, taking you directly to the website. Remember, we do have financing available. Simply add to cart, pick a financing option, get approved, and we'll send your woofers out to you ASAP. Okay, that'll do it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Again, my name is Josh. I'm with Breaker Stereo and Performance. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.